Welcome back to Public Affairs on Peach. This segment, we explore two words that definitely can send a shudder through any woman: breast cancer. And my guest for this segment is Dr. Kirthi Gogineni from Emory University's Winship Cancer Institute. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And before we talk about treatment for breast cancer, let's talk mammograms. When should women, there was that whole debate, when is the good baseline time to get that mammogram?
And mammograms are the most effective screening tool we have. So my colleagues at Emory Winship and I recommend that women start getting mammography at the age of 40 and that they get an annual mammogram. There are some women who are higher risk, either because of family history or a gene, and they should talk to their doctors, primary care doctor, their gynecologist, about whether they need to begin earlier or incorporate an MRI in addition to a mammogram. But we recommend beginning at the age of 40.
And the mammograms are getting better and better. Some 3D
Yes.
mammography going on there. What does that help do?
Sure. So the technology has changed, and 3D mammogram enables women who have dense breasts to have a clearer picture, and it tends to reduce the times that a woman gets called back to get an extra mammogram, so this has been an important tool.
And I'm sure you see a lot of everything being at Emory, which is a premier institute for us here in the Southeast. What would you say is the youngest you're seeing women, and then the oldest for getting breast cancer?
Breast cancer can affect anyone. It's why it's so important to pay attention to changes in the breast. So let's say you are younger and you're not at the age where you've been starting mammograms. Bringing that to the attention of the gynecologist or the primary care doctor is so important. I mean, I have had teenagers, and then conversely, I've had women in their 90s present with breast cancer. So it can affect anybody.
Oh, it's amazing. And we look at race as well in this, and it appears Black women die more disproportionately than other races when it comes to breast cancer.
Right. We think that this is related to two facts. One is access to care, getting access to just regular primary care and screening mammograms. And the other is that we think that some of the breast cancers that tend to affect women who are Black can be more aggressive. And so it's extremely important when you notice a change or you have an abnormal mammogram to get that followed up.
One of those being triple negative breast cancer?
Exactly. So triple negative breast cancer is a type of breast cancer that can be more aggressive, especially if left untreated. And women who are African American are more likely to get triple negative breast cancers and to get them at a younger age.
I have for years liked to tell women that it's also important to do a breast self-exam. Do you think that's something important?
I do. I think it's important for a woman to be aware of a change in her breast at any time. You're looking for lumps either in the breast or under the arm, changes in the skin, changes in the nipple. And if you notice something, bring it up so that you can get it evaluated.
And once you get that call that it is breast cancer, what do you do next? How do you choose an oncologist? What is the whole process for a woman and her family?
Right. This is an incredibly stressful call and diagnosis, but it's important to know that there have been so many advances in treatment, and this is a treatable and often curable illness. I think that it matters to get a set of people that you are comfortable and confident in, and that means experts, so people who specialize in breast cancer. That means seeking out a medical oncologist, a surgeon, a radiation doctor that are affiliated with either an academic medical center or are part of a nationally designated cancer institute like Winship. Not everyone has access to these places because of geography, but one can get a second opinion to make sure that you're being guided the right way.
And we've got your number up for women to call to get in that whole lineup to get a mammogram. But I want to ask you quickly before we go, there is no known cause. People have all kinds of misconceptions, deodorant, diet. What do we know about breast cancer at this point?
I wish we could pinpoint one reason, because if we knew that one reason, then we could fix it. You're right that lifestyle, diet, these can contribute, but we have people who have been very healthy their whole lives and they still get diagnosed. We have people who've been brutal to their bodies that never get a cancer diagnosis. Some of this has to do with the hormones in our bodies and risk factors that can increase your risk of cancer. But that's why, knowing that we can't find that one cause, it's important to get screened.
Dr. Gogineni, I could have you here all morning from the Winship Cancer Institute. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
For joining us. And we've got more to talk about as we look at women's health. And it's something many women put off that can be deadly. You're going to want to hear about this when we come back. We're awesome.